So Samuro has entered the Nexus just a couple of days ago. However, he is turning out to be a little bit more on the powerful end. I've just actually looked at Hotslokes, which basically is a website that tracks all the win rates of all of the heroes and many more things. But he's currently at a 67.1% win rate, which is absolutely ridiculous. So before he gets undoubtedly nerfed, let's go ahead and play one more game with him. Alrighty, so here we are. Now, as you can see, I'm driving out of the Hall of Storms with a wheelie because that's apparently how well he's been doing. But honestly, I've actually been genuinely impressed with how well he's been playing out so far. The one thing that I've been really enjoying about playing Samuro over the last couple of days is that he has a lot of sustain while also being able to do a lot of damage. Generally speaking, you know, the melee assets in the game are a little bit flimsy. For example, if you look at Thrall, I mean, Thrall is very, very powerful, but he really needs to stay in combat in order to, you know, actually stay alive. But really, the one thing I've noticed about Samuro is you can get in and out of combat very, very, very easily. And I think today, since we are indeed running with Lieutenant Morales as well as a Lily, I'm gonna build as much damage as I possibly can, because usually that's gonna be our best option. Now, basically, as far as the abilities go, I'll go over those really quickly. First and foremost, gotta be careful here. We got the mirror images on my Q. Now, my W ability is a pretty straightforward one when I start critting more. Very, very helpful. And then I also got my E ability that allows me to get a little bit of extra damage in. Or, you know, a little bit of extra sustain in, rather. Because I can use that to get out of trouble, but also to get into trouble. W ability is gonna cost me extra crits. E ability is gonna make me push forward just like that. And then I also got my Q ability that will make several copies of the hero that I am. And usually those work together quite nicely. Now I'm gonna have to drink from the fountain here. Playing a little aggressive here early on. Obviously, I do have to scare them into running away. They are running an Asmodan, Li Ming, Oriel, Nazeebo, and Chen. So that probably means that we're gonna be in a good position, right? Because, I mean, they don't really have a whole lot of heroes, and more importantly, they don't have a Sergeant Hammer, nor a Samuro, and both of those heroes are doing extremely well. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the planned changes for this hero are. He may have already gotten changed for all I know. That would have been interesting. But all things considered, I've been really impressed with the way he plays out. Very, very fun hero, very, very powerful, and you know, he's been very good over the last few days. I've been really enjoying my playstyle with him. The one thing I really like about it is that we don't have to worry about mana. And like, I am a hero, or I'm a player that doesn't really like worrying too much about mana. I really enjoy playing the characters that don't revolve around mana as much. And well, I guess I play a lot of support and tanks as well, I suppose, and those mostly do use mana. But Oriel, for example, is really fun. Brightwing is really fun. I mean, technically Brightwing has mana, but that doesn't really count. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, nice stun. Very good job. Let me push onwards here. See if I can body block Oriel. Got him. Got him. Oh, get me. I mean, he has no mana. If he has no mana, we're gonna hit him like mad. Now, of course, my mirror images do some damage as well, opposed to what they used to do, I believe, in Warcraft 3. There they didn't actually do any kind of particular damage, but so far we're at an extremely powerful place already. And I mean, we've already started dealing a lot of that. Now look at Sergeant Hammer though. Sergeant Hammer is obviously an extremely powerful hero now as well, since the recent changes that they have made to him. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Mirage here. Mirage, very helpful, as it will give me a little bit of extra sustain with my mirror images. We did just get the kill on it, which is good. At the same time, though, actually, their Asmodan has been soaking experience. A little bit unfortunate for us. No big deal. We're gonna be okay. Looks like, though, our Sergeant Hammer has been able to rain a lot of damage. Obviously, specialists seem to do particularly well on this map. Very, very helpful. Now, the builds that I've been running, I've been trying out a lot of different ones, okay? I've been trying out a Illusionist Mastery type of build that works really, really well. It's just that it requires a lot of focus and a lot of effort to really, you know, keep it going, I suppose. We actually got him. So I've actually been switching over to a different build. I will post the one that I'm using down below the like button in the description of the video in case you are interested. But long story short, we're basically focusing on just simply dealing as much damage as possible. The Illusion Master, technically speaking, is best. Illusion Master, technically speaking, is best, which is one of the ultimates. It actually has a stupidly high win rate as well. But the issue with it is that it you know, it requires a little bit too much sustain, I suppose. Anyway, let's go ahead and start taking these dudes out. Come on, you guys don't just leave me like that. Don't just leave me like that. I meant my mirror images, by the way, not my allies. But I've been really genuinely enjoying him. He is so fun to play. I mean, even after he gets you know, a little bit weaker, I suppose, I will still definitely end up playing him. I'm gonna go ahead and help out our Sergeant Hammer here in the bottom lane. He's actually going deep. Oh, does get pushed back sadly, just barely doesn't pick up the kill. Alright. Lily actually currently in the top lane. Now at level 7 there's a lot of great options that we can pick. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Burning Blades, as people do tend to clump up quite a bunch on this map. Probably the best option to go for, but honestly, Crushing Blows works really well with the Illusion Master, as you are gonna be able to get your Way of the Illusion quest done much sooner. And then on top of that, we also could be going for the Phantom Pain. Like, there's a lot of different options, I suppose. There's actually a bunch of damage coming in there. Anyway, the one thing that's really nice is that, like, he has a lot of sustain for someone who's a melee assassin. Like, I can stay in combat for quite a while, as my opponents are oftentimes going to be hitting the wrong mirror. Or the wrong image, I suppose. Which is fine. And on top of that, I've got my E ability. As long as that one is off cooldown, I can use that to get back into the combat you know, to get out of combat or into the combat very quickly. So I'm trying to usually play it a little bit safe. By keeping my my E ability off cooldown, or at least I'm trying to. There's also a really fun build to mess around with that I've been playing a bunch as well, and that's one where you focus basically primarily on obtaining the wind walk. Ooh, actually, he went way too deep just now. That was a rookie mistake. He's gonna be able to probably stay alive here for a little while, but I don't think he's gonna make it. There we go. I did use my mirror images or my my wind walk there to try and get him out of trouble. Just trying to hit as much as possible here. No, I don't think we're gonna be able to get it. I'm gonna go ahead and start hitting the Immortal once more. Hello, Azzy. Azzy Modani. Have you ever considered getting hit by a katana in the face? I don't think he has, but he doesn't want it either, for some reason. Alright, let's try and get to level 10, though. We really want to try and get to level 10. We did just pick up a massive Immortal, which is great for us. But look at the sustain, right? Considering we are playing with double support right now, which may very well be like one of the best ways. I'm actually gonna go top. I'm sorry. It may very well be one of the best ways to play this hero as well. I've been really liking the sustain that he has in that regard too, because I've got enough damage to justify all of these moves, and I've got enough sustain to get out of trouble and to basically get into the combat long enough. Like, oftentimes I've noticed with like melee assassins, it's a lot of like choosing whether or not you want to engage. But as long as you've got your mirror images and you get your, you know, your abilities ready to go, you can stay in trouble for quite a little while. And actually, if we get a stun on him right now, that would be huge. Looks like it's not gonna happen. I'm actually gonna have to E out of there. We'll pick up the Blade Storm. Blade Storm are really good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use it right now. I probably could have gone for a bit of a better engagement there, but I'm not gonna complain about this scenario whatsoever. Let's see if we can even start pushing in their keep. Not quite yet. Okay. I wheelied out of there once again as well. I really like this mount. It's really badass. It colors really nicely with this the skin too, like the blade of the skin is the same. Anyway, once you reach like a certain level, I'm not entirely sure what level that is currently, but once you reach like a certain level, you can easily take out all of the camps with like minimal damage. Get a lot of excess sustain out of that. Okay. I'm gonna try and grab as many of those camps here as we possibly can. And, ooh, mirror images, come back. We're gonna start nailing some damage to them as well. And obviously this is just putting more and more pressure onto them, while we are really, you know, just waiting for the next engagement. Now, they are more than likely gonna be level 10 though, once we are, you know, getting there, I suppose, so that's a little bit scary, because they may very well be able to clear up the advantage that, you know, that we are currently having. Level 10 to 11 fights are not necessarily going in favor of the ones with 11, in particular once we've already used our ultis. But everything considered, I think my team is of a high enough skill level to just keep this one going. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm walking with them though. Careful now, guys, don't want to go too deep. Okay. Okay, there's actually a lot of engagements here. Very good hovering here by the team as well. Very, very solid play. Not taking any unnecessary risk. Let's defend first, I think, right? Alright. No way. I was gonna say, did she actually stay alive? But no, she didn't. Oh. Okay. And while he's getting healed like absolute mad, I do think defending there was the correct option. And we're going to be pushing onwards once again. Certain Hammer already dealing the damage. You can see, like, while my damage is not going to be that similar to, like, a ranged assassin. I mean, usually, well, technically, Certain Hammer is going to be a specialist, right? But considering the, you know, the fact that I'm just simply not going to be able to deal damage from a bit of a distance. Usually you're not quite going to be able to match that. And in particular because the enemies are now standing in a lot of the damage, or a lot of the, you know, long range attacks as well. And our Sergeant Hammer is really good. But you can see like the damage output is pretty similar to Li Ming right now. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the, yeah, this talent is pretty good. I don't know how to pronounce it. Shukushi? Shukushi, I think. Basically what happens when I use my E ability is that I dash forward for just a small little bit of distance. And it makes it pretty interesting too, as you are going to be able to get, you know, a little bit more distance comfort. And if you're chasing someone down, that allows you to really, you know, just keep that damage coming. So right there, for example, oh, I nearly got him. Nearly got him. Very close. Was hiding in the bush for as long as I could. Ooh, careful now. The double support though, keeping him alive at ease. Well, not with ease, but you know, you get you get what I'm saying. Okay, trying to go for their healer here primarily, but he keeps walking a little too far forward, which is really great for us. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use up my ulti here. Okay. Did a lot of damage, but we allowed ourselves to push in the keep there. Definitely making sure that they're not gonna be able to take any additional damage there, or that we don't take any additional damage. Oh, I'm a little low now. We do have the 1,000 jugs up, though. Esmeralda, you're a little too far forward, I'm afraid, my man. You're really big and fat, and usually end up falling rather quickly. Trying to do as much damage here as I can. Maybe able to clean him up? Ah, he does die. He does die. And with that, the core goes down as well. So all things considered, right? This is like what the average game with Samuro seems to look like whenever I'm grouping up with a couple of friends. We just absolutely demolished them.
MVP.
Now, I didn't even get to show you my level 16 and level 20 talents because we absolutely rolled over our opponents here, but long story short, at level 16 and 20, and I will include them down below, he just becomes even more powerful. And, you know, in particular, past level 13, you're gonna be quite easily topping the damage meters, as long, you know, as not like one of the ranged damage dealers is going to be able to overtake you there. But he definitely deals more damage than any of the other melee assassins in the game, and while he's undoubtedly going to get nerfed, for now, we added our little, you know, a little extra tip to that 67.1% win rate that he already has. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. On top of that, while you're at it, make sure to click the description of the video. There's going to be links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and I would highly recommend you go ahead and follow me there. And other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I'll see you in the next one.